The stretch, excuse me, Dan. Before the stretch with, you knew Chris was going to be out for like a long stretch. Did you have a conversation with Doc? Did you have a conversation with yourself? Like, this is kind of a stretch where I have to pick up my game.
No, I didn't really have a conversation with Doc. I did talk to Jamal. You know, like I said, we kind of talked in the game against Dallas, and you know, just it was kind of more about that game. But then after the game, when we realized kind of how serious it was, we both kind of had a short talk. It wasn't like, you know, extensive, like, hey, we need to do this, 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 and this. But I think we both acknowledged that we have to pick it up, and he's done an amazing job.
Blake, can you talk about, as far as your performance has definitely gone up, what is the key to that performance? Is the fact that Chris is out and you said, well, I've got to take it up higher?
Just really being more aggressive. I mean, obviously missing Chris is a huge part of our team, so you know, trying to be more aggressive and carry a little bit more of a scoring load. But at the same time, you know, also be a facilitator when I need to, and kind of keep the offense going smoothly.
And talk about when Chris gets back in the line, how much better you guys will be.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously excited to have him back. I mean, to miss however many games he did, you know, and go on the road and play some of the games we did without our leader and our point guard, is tough. So to add him back in the mix is it's going to be great. But, you know, DC, I can't even say enough about the job he did. You know, taking that role and stepping up and running the team the way he did. He did an amazing job.
Do you feel like you guys would be? Oh, interrupt me now.
Christine was, but
Yeah.
No, you've been intentionally fouled before. You've been in that position before. You saw Deandre. It happened.
What about Deandre? What happened?
It happened to him like 8 times in a row tonight.
Yeah.
Is that a rule that you want to see adjusted or changed? Is that part of the game to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's part of the game. It definitely is. It's not fun to be a part of. Obviously, when every time you're going down the floor, I mean, unless you're shooting the free throws, it's got to be a little boring. No, I mean, I can't see how you can really change that. You know, I mean, you can obviously, but I think it's just part of it.
DD, at what point did you start getting the rhythm out there because you're getting fouled so many times?
I felt like I had a rhythm. All of them I felt like could have gone in. They were all straight. But I just really wanted us to get out and run. And every time we get a stop, I would get fouled or, you know. But it's fine. I was able to knock some down and keep our lead, and we were able to come down and get stops, which was the important thing for us.
What were your teammates saying to you as that continued, as you're hitting the line?
Well, you know, just for me to be confident and comfortable up there. And, you know, Jamal made a couple jokes, which was good, and just to, you know, get my mind off of it. But honestly, I felt comfortable. I wasn't nervous or thinking about it too much. I knew they were going to do it, but I didn't know that it was going to last for 45 minutes.
What's your opinion on that strategy in general?
I mean, I don't like it, but I mean, if I'm going to go up there and practice my free throws, and that's fine too. I feel like it's boring for the fans to watch. But, you know, it's a good strategy. You know, if you feel like guys can't make the free throws and you feel like your team's going to come down and score, then, you know, why not? But if I'm making 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 2 and come down and get stops, then it's good for us.
After they stopped the stretch, I think you guys missed your next 6 shots. Did it disrupt your offensive rhythm, do you feel like? Did it at least succeed that way?
I mean, somewhat, because we wanted to keep our pace up throughout the game. And once that kind of happened, that kind of threw us off a little bit. And once we were able to run, we didn't. But later on in the game, we ran, we got stopped, so we were able to kick it out to Blake and DC. And once those guys get on the break, then we're pretty hard to guard.
You realize they weren't winning until Blake started hacking everybody, got fouled over. He wasn't bothering everybody.
I was in the game.
Blake was really aggressive.
Way to watch the game.
While Chris has been out, you've been operating, getting the ball in a high post, passing to Deandre out of that. You've been operating in different spaces. How does that change now with Chris? Chris comes back. Can you go back to some of those screen roles in the same spots you were? Do you like the places you're operating in this
CP is one of the game's best playmakers. So, it's not a bad option to go back to pick and rolls and all that. I just think that now I think we kind of have a backup plan and something to fall back on a little bit maybe when pick and rolls aren't working.
Blake, tonight, what got you going in the first quarter?
Honestly, all my teammates just telling me to be aggressive and attack. Missed a free throw, missed a shot here and there, but just tried to be aggressive and take what they gave me. Whether it was back down, face up, jump shot, whatever it was.
Hey, Deandre, you've seen Blake since he first came into the league. The way that he's played during the stretch, surprising at all, or kind of what has kind of been the most impressive thing about him?
No, it's not surprising. Chris and Blake are the leaders of our team, and Chris went down, so Blake had to come up, and he's been playing big, and getting everybody involved, and he's all over the floor. He's playing MVP basketball, so we're all proud of him.
Deandre, what kind of growth has this team made in the absence of Chris in these 18 games? Can you tell that now, or is that something that's going to show down the road?
I feel like DC has we put a lot on DC's shoulders, and I feel like he's responded well. Nobody can replace Chris. He's our quarterback out there at times, and our leader, like I said. But DC's playing great ball. Whenever Chris comes back, I think it's going to be great for our second unit. With DC having that maturity and being able to play with both sides, it's going to be good for our team.
All right, thanks everybody.